Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESE Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name An Academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, un and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has An Academy done? An Academy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price, as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that An Academy has created by means of the courses that are running on An Academy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because An Academy has made it possible. An Academy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join An Academy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESE, because the door to An Academy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does An Academy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of An Academy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from An Academy. Then there are test series from An Academy. Then there is crash course, where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra.
Hi guys, in last lecture I introduced you to the concept of power system matrices. There we saw two kind of matrices. One was the bus admittance matrix and other was the bus impedance matrix. And there we saw how to construct the bus admittance matrix. There were two methods. One was the direct inspection method, in which we directly looked at the network topology to identify the admittances, and then convert it into Y bus matrix. And the other method was the singular transformation method, which took care of the mutual impedances between the transmission line and used the bus incidence matrix to determine the Y bus matrix. So in this lecture, what we are gonna do is we will see some problems to illustrate the concepts of bus admittance matrix construction. So let us look at our first problem. Here we have 4 buses, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the order of Y bus matrix will be 4 cross 4. Now we can directly form it using the direct inspection method. So let me write the admittances minus J10, minus J15 and minus J20. Now suppose in some problem it is not mentioned whether it is giving you impedance or admittance. Then how you will identify whether it is impedance or admittance? Impedance will be associated with plus J, like R plus JX, whereas admittance will be associated with minus J, because impedance is always inductive. In case of transmission line, it is not capacitive. So there will be always a plus J sign, and minus J sign indicates that it is a admittance. Now let me calculate the elements. So first of all, Y11, it is the sum of all the admittances connected to bus 1. Now bus 1 has only one admittance connected to it, is minus J10. Y12 is negative of admittance between 1 and 2, that is J10. Y13 is admittance between 1 and 3, which is 0. There is no admittance between 1 and 3. Similarly, there is no admittance between 1 and 4. It is also 0. Now Y21, by symmetry it will be equal to Y12, hence J10. Y22, sum of admittances connected to bus 2, minus J10, minus J15, minus J20, that is minus J45. Y23, negative of admittance between 2 and 3, J15. Y24, and negative of admittance between 2 and 4, that is J20. Then Y31, by symmetry it will be 0. Y32, it will be same as 23. Y33, sum of admittances connected to bus 3, that is minus J15. Then Y34, it is 0, because 3 and 4 are not connected. Y41 is equal to Y14 by symmetry. Y42 is equal to 24 by symmetry. 43 is equal to 34, and 44 is the sum of admittances, that is minus J20, because fourth bus is connected to only one admittance. Now if you see here, sum of the elements in any row is equal to 0. Why? Because there is no element or no admittance connected between the bus and the ground. As I told you, the sum of elements in a row is always equal to the admittance connected between the bus and ground. Since there is no such admittance in this case, so the sum is coming out to be 0. Okay. So that is called as direct inspection method. So if you now see how much easy it is to form the Y bus matrix using direct inspection. It is always applicable until and unless you are given some mutual impedances between the two lines. In our next problem, it is saying a 4 bus power system has the bus admittance matrix. So I have been initially given a 4 cross 4 matrix, that is the bus admittance matrix of a 4 bus power system. Now a transmission line is connected to in parallel to already existing line between bus 1 and 4. Now suppose this is bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, bus 4. Now bus 1 and 2 is non-zero, so there is a line between 1 and 2. Y13 is non-zero, so there is a line between 1 and 3. Y14 is non-zero, there is a line between 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Y23 is non-zero, there is a line between 2 and 3. But Y24 is 0, that means there is no connection between 2 and 4. Then Y34 is 0, no connection between 3 and 4. So, but if you see, sum of the elements in this row is minus J5. So there is some element between bus and ground. Sum of the elements in this row is 0, no admittance between bus and ground. Sum of the elements in this row is 0, no element between bus and ground here also. So this is the topology of the network. Now it is saying it is adding a new line between bus 1 and 4. Okay. Now this new line is added. It is identical to already existing line. So let me identify the admittance of already existing line. Now Y14 that is given to me in the bus is minus J10. Sorry, Y14 is J5. That means Y14 will be minus Y14, that is negative of the diagonal element, minus J5. So this line is minus J5. Now an identical line is added. This will also be minus J5. So the net admittance between bus 1 and 4, let me call as Y14 dash, is minus J10, because in parallel both the admittances are added with each other. Due to this Y14 element changes. So now what we have to say is what all elements consist of this element of Y14. Now Y11 will be equal to actually Y10, 12, 13, 14. So this element is coming here, so this will get affected. Y14 is Y41, that is equal to minus Y14. This will also get affected. Similarly, Y44 is 40, 41, 42, 43. So Y41 and 14, this will also get affected. So 4 elements in total will be getting affected. First element Y11, 14 and 41 and 44. Now Y14 was initially minus J5. Now it has become minus J10. So there is an increment in minus J5. So this element or Y11 will be increased by minus J5. That is, it will go from minus J30 to minus J35. This element, it will be increased by a factor of minus J5. And since Y14 has become minus J10, so Y14 and Y41, they will become J10, that is negative of the admittance. Y44 will also be increased by a factor of minus J5. So this element here will become minus J15. So overall 4 corner elements are affected. First row first and fourth element, last row first and fourth element. So what will be the new matrix? Minus J35, J10, J15, J10. Then J10 minus J25, J15, 0. Then J15, J15 minus J30, 0. J10, 0, 0 minus J15. So overall these 4 elements are impacted by addition of a line. So now if you see how much direct inspection method helps us, if I modify the network by adding a line or by removing a line, I can easily calculate the new admittance matrix just by modifying a few elements in the Y-bus matrix, and other elements are not impacted and they remain as it is. But this is not the case with Z-bus. If you insert a transmission line between the two buses or insert an impedance between the two buses, then all the elements will be impacted, because Z-bus is a full matrix, it is not a sparse matrix. Moving on to the next problem, it is saying a 3-bus power system network has the following transmission line data. We have to use nominal pi model and determine bus admittance matrix. So there are 3 buses, 1, 2 and 3. Now a transmission line in nominal pi model is represented something like this: Z, Y by 2, Y by 2. Okay. So let me represent each transmission line like this. This is Z12, Z23, Z 13. Now we will connect the shunt admittance. Okay, this will be grounded. I am not showing the ground due to lack of space only. Like this. Okay, these are all grounded. Now in the data we have been given series impedance as well as y by 2. Directly I have been given y by 2. So between 1 and 2 it is 0.5. So it will be j.5 here, j.5 here. Between 2 and 3 it is 0.8. So j.8, j.8. Here it is 0. So what is the admittance between bus 1 and ground? That is y10 is j.5 plus 0, that is j.5. Because two admittances are connected at bus 1 which are going to the ground, that is 0.5 and 0. Between bus 2 and ground, two admittances j.5 and j.8. So y20 is j1.3 and y30 is j.8 and 0, that is j.8. Okay, so these are the three admittances that are connected between the buses and the ground. Now we have to calculate the admittances between the two buses, that is y12, y23 and y31. Now y12 is equal to 1 upon z12, that is 1 upon 0.1 plus j.3. So this will come out to be how much? This will come out to be 1 minus 3j. Now y23 is equal to 1 by z23. So how much will this come out to be? 1 by 0.2 plus 0.4j. So in polar form, these will come out to be, this is actually 3.164 angle minus 71.56. This will come out to be in polar form 2.237 minus 63.43. Similarly, y31 will be 1 upon z31. This will be 0.1 plus 0.2j. So this will come out to be 4.474 angle minus 63.43. Now when we are forming the matrix, y11 will be the sum of admittances at bus 1, that is equal to y12, y13 plus y10, which will come out to be 7.162 angle minus 65.22. Let me enlarge this matrix. Okay. Now capital Y12 is negative of the Y12. So it will come out to be minus 3.16. Then Y13 is negative of Y13. That is minus 4.47. Let me redraw this. So let me redraw the matrix here for you. Y11 will be equal to actually y10 plus y12 plus y13. So it will come out to be 7.162 angle minus 65.22. Now capital Y12 will be negative of small y12. So it will come out to be minus 3.16 angle minus 71.56. Similarly, capital Y13 is negative of small y13 minus 63.43. Okay. Then y21 is same as y12. y22 will be equal to y20 plus y12 plus y23. So this will come out to be 4.2 angle minus 61.6. And y23 will be negative of small y23. So it will be minus 2.23 angle minus 63.4. Now y31 by symmetry it will be y32 by symmetry, and y33 will be y30 plus y13 plus y12. 2, 3. So this will come out to be 6 angle minus 60. Okay, so this will be the Y bus matrix for this network. So now I think you might have gotten an idea how come there are admittances between the bus and ground. They are actually the shunt admittance in the pi model of the transmission line. Is it fine? So next let us move on to some problems based on the singular transformation method. In this we are given the problem that we have to determine the bus admittance matrix using singular transformation method, and we have been given self admittances of the 4 transmission lines Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4. Now in singular transformation method we have two impedances, self and mutual. Since mutual is not given here, that means mutual will be taken as 0. So first step will be forming a directed graph. So now this will be the directed graph. Let me draw like this. Okay. So forming the bus incidence matrix. Now there are 4 branches and 4 nodes. So it will be 4 cross 4. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 branches. First node, second node, third node, fourth node. First branch at first node, outgoing 1. First branch, second node, incoming. It is not linked to 3 and 4. Second branch is between 2 and 3. Third branch is between 2 and 4. Fourth branch is between 1 and 4. So this is your bus incidence matrix, that is A. Okay. Now we have to form the primitive impedance matrix. So when we form Z primitive, it is actually self and the mutual impedances. So self impedance of line 1 is J.5. Mutual all are 0. Then self of line 2 is J.3. Other mutual are 0. Then self of line 3 is J.2. Mutual is 0. And the self of line 4 is J.25. Mutual is 0. Now since it is just a diagonal matrix, so if you want to calculate primitive admittance matrix, we have to take inverse. Inverse of diagonal matrix is actually a diagonal matrix where the elements are reciprocal. That is minus 2j, minus 3.33j, minus 5j and minus 4j. This is the matrix that is your primitive admittance matrix. Now to calculate Y bus, we have to calculate A transpose Y into A. So let us first calculate Y into A. So let me change this matrix to Y primitive. Minus 2j 0 0 0, minus 3.33j 0 0, then minus 5j, then minus 4j. And what will be the incidence matrix? It was 1 minus 1 0 0, then 0 1 minus 1 0, then 0 1 0 minus 1, then 1 0 0 minus 1. Now if you multiply these two matrices, first row into first column will be minus 2j, first row into second column 2j 0 0, second row into first column 0, second row into second column minus 3.33j, second row into second column, third column 3.33j 0, then it is 0 minus 5j 0 5j, then fourth row into first column is minus 4j 0 0 4j. Okay. Now we will have to multiply by A transpose, that is 1 0 0 1 minus 1 1 1 0 0 minus 1 0 0 0 0 minus 1 minus 1. So this will be equal to, first row into first column will be minus 2j minus 4j, minus 6j, first row into second column 2j, first row into third column 0, then 4j. Okay, then second row into first column, it will be 2j, second row into second column, it will be 2j minus 5j, that is minus 3j, minus 3.33j, that is minus 6.33j. So it will be minus 2j minus 3.33 minus 5, that is minus 10.33j. Then second row into third column, it will be 3.33j. Second row into fourth column, it will be 5j. Similarly, third row into first column 0, third row into second column 3.33j, third row into third column, that is equal to 0, third row, okay, third row into third column is actually minus 3.33j, third row into fourth column is 0. Similarly, if we take fourth column, fourth row into first column is 4j, fourth row into second is 5j, fourth row into first column is 4j, second column is 5j, third column is 0, and the last is minus 9j. So this will be the matrix. Let me write it clearly for you. Minus 6j, 2j, 0, 4j, then 2j, minus j 10.33, j 3.33, then j 5, then 0, j 3.33, minus j 3.33, 0, then j4, j5, 0, minus j9. So if you see here, the sum of elements in every row is 0. Why it is 0? Because there is no admittance between the bus and the ground. Okay, that means the sum is always equal to admittance between bus and ground, no matter you are solving by bus direct inspection method or by singular transformation. Moving on to our last problem, it is saying we have to find the bus admittance matrix for the power system shown below. Here you are given Z12, that is mutual impedance between line 1 and 2. So by default we have to use the singular transformation method. So let us first draw a directed graph. So the admittance matrix will be, incidence matrix will be 1 2 1 2. So it will be first branch is between 1 and 3. So this will be, there are 3 nodes, so it will be 3. Okay, so first branch is between 1 and 2, 1 minus 1 0. Second branch is between 1 and 3, 1 0 minus 1. Now we have to form Z primitive. It will be j.2, that is self, j.1 mutual, j.1 mutual, j.5 self. If we wish to take the inverse of a Z primitive, then 2 by 2 inverse is taken by interchanging the diagonal elements and changing the sign of the off diagonal elements. That is j.5, j.2, minus j.1 and minus j.1, and dividing by the discriminant, that is j.2 into 0.5 is 0.1 minus 0.01, that is 1 by j square into 0.09. Okay, you can replace j square by minus 1, but it is not necessary since I want to cancel the j's. This is your y primitive. Now I have to find the A transpose into YA. So first let me calculate YA. The elements were j.5 minus 0.1 minus 0.1, 0.2. What was A matrix? A matrix was 1 minus 1 0, 1 0 minus 1. Now if we multiply first row into first column will be j.4, first row into second column minus j.5, first row into third column j.1. Okay, then second row into first column j.1, second row into second column j.1, then minus j.2. Now we have to multiply it by A transpose, that is 1 1 minus 1 0 0 minus 1, j.4 minus j.5 j.1. Now if we multiply this, what we will get is first row into first column, we will get actually a 3 by 3 matrix. So it is better if we draw in certain space. Here we will have an additional factor of j square 0.09. First row into first column j.5, then first row into second column j.4, first row into third column, then it is minus j.1. Then second row into first column minus j.4, second row into second column j.5, second row into third column minus j.1, then third row into first column minus j.1, then it is minus j.1, then j.2 into 1 by j square 0.09. So this is your Y bus. Here also if you see, some of the elements in any row is 0 because there is no admittance between bus and ground. It means that admittance or sum of the elements in a row is equal to admittance between bus and ground, no matter whether you are considering the mutual impedance or not. It is independent of mutual impedance. So these are the problems that are based on formation of the Y bus matrix. Okay. So remember, Y bus can be formed by two methods. You will use singular transformation if and only if mutual impedances are given. So in the next lecture, we will focus our attention to the Z bus matrix or the bus impedance matrix.
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched, and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you, and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate, because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your GATE rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on GATE and ESE, click on get subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1 year plan, second and the third year can take 2 year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off, as well as it will bring you under my guidance. And as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you. And that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy. It is a revolution. It is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have for SSC, JEE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are bringing. And my friend, this is my Telegram channel where you will find the notes of each and every lecture that I take. And this is my Unacademy profile, which you can follow to watch my content for free on Unacademy, because there also I am taking regular free classes. So if you can't afford to join Unacademy, then keep associated with us, keep sharing the content that we are providing, and work towards making this YouTube family bigger and better. We'll keep bringing more and more content for you, and the only fees that you have to pay, my friend, is that you have to work hard and you have to share and like each and every video that we are uploading. So that way this family gets bigger. Even the student in a rural area can take the benefit of the free initiatives that we have started. And my friend, you also get the best rank in GATE without having to stress about how to pay. So if you can't be paying or you can't afford to pay, then make sure that you are building this YouTube family, a bigger and a better YouTube family, the biggest and the best community of all electrical engineers. So that is all from my side. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you.